Well, hello there, traders. How are you today? My name is Christopher Ewell. I am back with you again for some live trading and backtesting. But I have a request for you. Can you do me a favor? I want to know two things. I want to know what your best pick of the week was. Let me know if it was long or short, too. I need to know. What was your best stock this week? And then I also want to know, and there may be more of these, which one took your lunch money, right? Which one are you like, I traded this, but I'm not telling anybody I traded it because that one didn't turn out so good. Do me a favor in the chat, drop those two stock tickers for me. We're going to take a look at those today on today's live trading and backtesting. Let's roll the intro.
This is the How to Trade Stocks and Options podcast, brought to you by 10MinuteStockTrader.com, where we cover finance, stocks, options, entrepreneurship, education, and money. And here's your host, voted one of the top 100 people in finance, Christopher Ewell.
Well, okay. My name is Christopher Ewell. My website is 10MinuteStockTrader.com, where we help traders of all skill levels take the guesswork out of trading in only 10 minutes a day. Thank you guys, and thank you, Benzinga, for letting me come on the line today. I would love to take a look at what I'm seeing out there on my charts. So let's do that. Let's get into what I'm seeing as far as the market sentiment. By the way, me and Mitch are having a tag team this today. It's not going to be as smooth as normal. We can look at my portfolio review today. All right, Mitch. Let's go to the charts. So I did put on one trade today. This is the first trade that I put on in 3 weeks. Finally got a confirmed signal in GE of all things. Now, the way that I trade, it's very, very systematic. And I start with the market. The market tells all. If anybody out there tells you the market, don't worry about the index, right? Don't worry about what the market's doing as a whole. You need to focus on individual stocks. I say baloney. I say flip that frown upside down, start with the market because the market will show you the direction that you need to trade. That is a top-down approach, and that is why I start with it. Now, for me, when I am looking at the market, I need to see a handful of things work in one direction. One of those would be the market trend. How do we determine the trend? Well, the easiest way is by looking at the 10-day and the 20-day and the 50-day. So on my charts, that is the blue line, the black line, and the red line. So the 10-day is the blue line, the black line is the 20-day, and the red line is the 50-day. So what we want to do here is we want to isolate these and say, if the blue line is under the black line and price being under the red line, that's a bearish trend. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. It may reverse, of course, but that's what we're seeing right now. This is a bearish trend. Now, additionally, let's look at the market breadth. Okay, this is one of those things that once you understand and see the difference the market breadth makes, your whole game changes. 2 seconds here. It looks like I've closed my market breadth. The way to look at that is with the Mmfi indicator. You can just Google this and find it. This will tell you the percent of stocks that are above their own 50-day moving average. This is at 20. 20. This is at new 52-week lows. What does that mean to you? That means if there's 500 stocks in the S&P, 500 stocks, and only 20%, so 1, 2, 3, 4 of those are not participating, only 1 in 5 stocks is bullish right now. 1 in 5. But you're smart. You're a Benzinger. You're a 10-minute stock trader for watching this. That means that 4 out of 5 stocks are bearish. So when you click the market trend and the market breadth together, that tells you your market direction. Our market direction is down. And the only way you trade is with the direction of the market, period. Then the last thing that we use is FinClub. This is artificial intelligence data that we use. And inside of FinClub, I'm pulling it up again. I have managed to close everything on accident. inside of FinClub, they give what they call the market trajectory. And the market trajectory is this big light right at the top of the screen. We want to have that be our timing. So we have our market breadth, our market trend. Click those together. That's our market direction. Finally, guys, our market timing. And that today lit up for us. Finally, we had a confirmed short signal. I went short in GE. If you also are in GE, let me know. I would love to have a chat about that with you. And if you have in the chat already put your stocks in the chat, let me know by smashing like. All right, let's go and let's work on the chat box here. If you have put in your favorite stock and the stock that took your money, do me a favor, smash like, and then if you haven't already, be sure to do that. Okay. I cannot click these, Mitch, so I need you to pull up them as we go. By the way, me and Mitch, we're doing our best today. We're having a little technical issue.
I
But we're gonna
got you,
make it
man.
through,
I'm
man.
here. I'm here. Let's do this thing. We'll do
Mitch is
SE
my right hand
first.
today.
I'll put him in my camera on. I'll join the show here.
All
Let's do
right.
it. Let's
Look
do
at that handsome
SE.
guy.
SE, my friend. Let's check out
Let's look
SE
at
from
SE.
Vintage.
All right, C Limited. This is one of Kathy's stocks. I know it is because I traded it a while ago, and like everything that Kathy Woods owns right now, it's going to zero. I don't know if it actually will, but it looks like it's going to zero. All right, so the way that we're going to do this, and I'll clean up my charts. So we are only going to be looking at one line. This one simple line, as they say. We're going to be looking at the 10-day exponential moving average. Now, a 10-day basically is the line in the sand where, hey, is this a strong trend or is this a weak trend? So we're going to go through our strategy tester here. And I'll put it in step by step so you can follow along. We're going to look at one parameter, that is the condition of price close being greater than indicator exponential 10. That is our entry signal. Now let's do the opposite for the exit signal. Add a script, add parameter, condition, indicator. Oh, I'm sorry. I did that wrong. I got to click all through these. My bad. All right. Condition, price, close, less than indicator 10. All right. So let's recap. We're going to say if price is greater than the 10, so price is greater than the blue line, enter. And this is on a daily candle. If price is less than the 10, so less than the blue line, exit. We'll hit run. Oh, and we like to trade on at least 1,000 candles. It's not going back to 1987 when you were probably born if you're watching this, but we are looking at 4 years worth of data. This covers a lot, and it can give you some great, great data points to work with. All right, so we are looking at a return vintage. We have a return on this of 431% versus the stock being at 1,237%. So what does that mean to you when we're reading this? We have no control over what the stock does. That's essentially throwing a dart 1,000 candles ago and getting in the stock and looking at it today. How has it performed? What we do have control over, which is what we're going to focus on, is this number here. That is an entry and exit following this simple one-line strategy, right? It's like all the YouTube ads say, just follow this one simple line and you can have a 431% return in SE. Well, I don't know if that's true or not, but I will say that following this strategy certainly, absolutely, without a doubt, does show to be very profitable. Vintage, you are awesome. Thank you so much for that. Next, please, Mr. Mitch.
All right, let's get to the next stock here. I did see SPY leaps. Unfortunately, we can't backtest that, but we'll go to the next one here. This is an interesting one being questioned. We actually talked about this on pre-market prep, how these could be a little bit dangerous when you invest in them, but SQQQ.
Let's talk about why it's dangerous, Mitch, right?
Yeah.
A leveraged or an inverse ETF or leveraged inverse ETF is super dangerous because, and I'm just going to scroll out for effect, they always, always, always always, always go down. That's the math on them. That's the math. Okay. That doesn't mean it's a bad choice. That means if you're going to use it, you have to be very aggressive on your entries and your exits. Hang on, I've lost it here. Hang on, let me refresh. I scrolled so far to exaggerate my point. I lost it. There we go. Now, this does show. Are you ready? Remember how we talked about how it always goes down? In the last 1,000 candles, it's gone down 97%. The back test on this shows a negative 83%. Okay. So, what this means to you is if you do trade this, you get in, you get out, you take your money, and then you move on to something that is a little bit more normal in the way it behaves. Because if you hold on to this, maybe trying to make a long term play out of it, it will day after day erode. And you don't want that. Nobody wants to erode, especially in a financial asset. Mitch, what's next, man?
No, I completely understand that. We actually got a comment on what you just said. Dylan saying, hey, AMC and GME is where I went wrong, made a lot of money, but it took it all back.
No.
I don't want to get into a back test of AMC and GME just because I'm sure we would all get a little bit upset as we see it probably perform well, but also not do well right now, right? I mean,
Man, I am so sorry to hear that for you, Dylan. Right? On those kind of moves, I traded AMC way back when it first made its jump. When it went from, I believe it was like $4 and change up to 24 the next day, which was awesome. It was one of those things where it's like I can't believe it. I was on TV, I was on Yahoo Finance, I was on all these stations talking about it, how about how fun it was, right? But key, paramount, most of all, is risk, right?
always.
It's fun to play the game, but if you're betting it all on black and it comes up red, you didn't mitigate your risk.
All right, let's go ahead. Let's get into a stock we can back test here. Let's go to Ashton's stock here. He's giving Goldman Sachs.
Ashton. All right, let's take a look at GS. By the way, if you guys are enjoying this, smash like. And if I cover yours, if you don't smash like, you owe me. So smash like. All right. Goldman Sachs, 45% return following this simple strategy. And it outperforms just buying the stock at 35% return. So that's pretty cool. Now let's take a look here. Now is not the time. It did have an exit signal January 13th. So this would not be valid today. So Ashton, if you are still following it, keep that in mind, right? The exit signal has occurred on this. But this strategy absolutely shows to be a 45% winner cumulatively over the last 1,000 candles. Thanks, man. That was a good one. What's up next, Mr. Mitch?
All right, let's keep it rolling here. Let's go to the next stock in the chat. I hear an interesting one here. It's an ETF, Jets.
Jets. All right. Jets. So, all right. Check this one out. So the stock has gone down 32% in this back test, which is not awesome. However, this strategy yields a positive 3.62. So if you want to think about it, it's an infinity percent difference because this is a negative and this is a positive, meaning that just following this strategy, if you follow this strategy in and out, you would actually have a little bit of extra money versus having lost money in the stock, just buying the stock outright. That was a good one, man. I appreciate that, TA. What's next, Mitch?
All right, let's go ahead. Let's keep going. Next one up here is going to be an interesting one. Just sitting around and waiting for my boy Kern to rip. So Kern is an interesting one. This is the cannabis technology company. As you can see, the long-term trend kind of gives us a little bit of some story, but
check this out, right? It may be down 85%, but if you follow the strategy's up 29%. Does this not blow your mind? Right? You can prove using math, oh, this stock is kind of terrible, but if I follow this strategy, even with the terrible stock, I've got the data on my side. I've got the wind at my back. I've got a potential 29% return by following the strategy. Hey, if you like this, smash like.
Execution, right? It's always
all about that.
It's you can find winning strategies. The key is, can we execute them? All right, let's keep going. This is an interesting one being mentioned. Facebook by Mike Askin here. I mean, Facebook, or should I say Meta, so I don't get hurt. What do you think here?
All right, so I know some people who want to be long-term investors in Facebook. Now is not the time to be a long-term investor in Facebook. You don't have to think that the metaverse is the end all be all and we all have to be involved in the metaverse to make a smart financial decision, right? The metaverse may be total garbage. I saw something the other day. Oh man, Mitch, you'll love this. I saw something the other day, and it had Snoop Dogg as the image, right? The headline image, and it was like investors are paying millions of dollars to invest in the metaverse, and I'm like, last I checked, invest in land in the metaverse. Last I checked, the internet is infinity. And it's not like land in real life where there actually is a constraint. The idea of buying land in the metaverse, it's essentially like buying a domain name. There are infinity domain names out there. There are infinity metaverse lands out there. So you don't have to be long term in this. You can be strategic. Okay. Following this strategy is actually not great. I bet you didn't think I'd say that. This strategy yields a negative 25%, but it does control your risk. Okay. Now, there may be some changes, right? Maybe a 20-day, maybe a 50-day, something like that. You can play around with this. But if you're going in and out following a 10-day strategy, as we've shown on other stocks, can be as high as 400 something percent. In Facebook, doesn't work. So that's one thing when you use backtesting, you have to be flexible. You have to be a detective. You have to say, hey, does this work? If it doesn't, what can I do to change it and make it better?
Look under the lens. Look under the lenses. All right, let's keep going. We did get a mention of MTTR, but I don't think you have enough data to go off of that. That's relatively a newer stock.
Yeah, that happens. We can take a look at it.
So I'll let you pull it up, but I don't know if you can
It's
test.
almost a year's worth of data. I mean, wow. Mitch, you won't believe this. There have been 20 occurrences above and below its 10-day in a year. That's quite a volatile
Volatility,
stock.
baby.
Yeah. But it's still negative 2%. So it's not a huge winner. Not at all.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. They're showing you some love out there, Chris. They want
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys.
Tiny Pie saying, hoping you're feeling better. So it looks like you are feeling better. So
You know, the crazy thing with this COVID that I've had to deal with is my nose, man. Just like it's weird. So I lost all the taste and smell, but now my nose is just dry. Like it feels to me like after you go swimming, right? And you get out and your nose just feels weird. Like it's felt like that for days. And I'm like, I don't enjoy this.
Chris,
I'm ready over it.
I know exactly what you're going through. Literally exactly it. Imagine here, I'm in Colorado where there's barely any humidity to begin with. So let's just say I hug my humidifier at night right now, but
I need to get mine out for sure.
That's how it is. Let's go to the next one here. LC Lending Club.
Let's take a look at that Lending Club. Ooh, 75% cumulative return. And check this out. Listen, if you don't, there's one way to make money when a stock goes up and down. Okay, you ready? It's to follow a trend. That's the way. The only way the price goes from A to B is through a trend. And the same is true when it comes down. Lending Club had some monster moves. And following a 10-day strategy like this would have yielded you a 75% return, but it also would have kept you out of all that trouble right yeah. The exit point, November 16th. The next time it was even considered, January 12th. So you missed this entire down move. And then, ricochets in and out right there. But the point is that when you use a strategy like this, you get to skip all that garbage. And you get to focus only on the good stuff. So LC, yeah. Lending Club on the 10-day, that's definitely a nice return, 75%.
Well, you can tell me twice. I'm writing that bad boy down right there. That's what this show's all about, baby.
Get ready.
Doing that live
crossover today too. Had earnings.
Hey, live back testing. There was a question in the chat. What are we seeing right now? It looks like someone new joined. Hey, this is live back testing. This is the 10-day EMA, and so a simple line to determine in and out, and doing a back test just to kind of also show you guys that how successful you can be if you really start implementing some back testing in your strategy to find out, is it profitable to begin with?
Isn't that what we need to know at the end of the day, right? Past performance is not indicative of future results, but boy, history sure rhymes.
Yep. That's for sure. Let's go to another one here. This is a fan favorite. I'll call it a fan favorite because I hear about it all the time. Palantir,
Oh
PLTR.
no, PLTR. This been smashed like everything else lately? Yeah, it has. Because it has, right? Check this out. If you followed just a super, super simple strategy, right? I'm not trying to teach you how to trade like top to bottom. We're just following a strategy and in and out, following one line. You would have missed all of this. Hang on. How big was this down move? You would have missed all. You would have missed. I wish this was Mitch. Make me bigger for dramatic effect. Hang on. You would have missed a 53% down move. Okay. If that's all right with you, I'll continue to show you how easy it is when you use a super simple strategy like this. All right, Mitch, go back to the regular size.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
You would have missed a 55% down move. I hope that's okay. And still, you would have had 144% cumulative return. Booyah. If that's all right, booyah. Because this is so easy. Trading is a game exactly like playing Mario. I tell my traders that all the time. When trading becomes a game and you know the rules, it gets real easy. And if you're trying to avoid these 50% down moves, just throw one line on your chart and follow that.
Getting some love out there. Definitely smash the like, guys. Green telling us great show. Mitch and Chris, let's go. Mike loving it. Jim saying get that humidifier going. But
Yeah, for
also
sure.
a good mention. Dylan was asking, what was that last ticker? Lending Club. Yes, you're correct. LC Lending Club. Let's go back to another stock here. Let's get in at least one or two more. We're at 425. Going to be ending at 430. Let's
Oh,
go
okay,
to
okay.
this was an interesting one because it took a really hard hit. UL.
Okay. And by the way, I saw in the comments about my mic. I don't know what's going on. I can see the little input gain moving up and down on its own accord.
Yeah,
Um,
what's going I
I
try
don't
to
know.
get you it's just a noise gate issue. We'll worry about that later, Chris. No worries.
All right,
Uh
all right.
well enough to at least hear
Whew.
you, so let's keep going.
I done did tell you what. By the way, I live born and raised in Texas, and I done did tell you what is something that we do say. I done did tell you what. UL got monkey hammered the other day. Technical term. Monkey hammered. But if you follow the strategy, the strategy is no es bueno for this stock. I don't know what would be, but this is a negative 30% on this stock. So following the 10-day, no es bueno. But the stock is down 2.94% as well. So yeah, you got to watch your back on these guys. We don't know where it's going to go, but we can see, hey, this strategy, not the best one for it. What's next, my man?
All right, let's do one last one. I'm going through it. I'm trying to find an interesting one. Let's do one here. Juicy Trades put one in. I don't know this one, so who knows?
Is it ONE?
Yeah, O&E,
It's not
literally
on the screen, so I
one.
wasn't sure.
Here, I got you. Juicy Trades. I found the comment.
All right. Wow. Well, first
One.
off, One Smart International Education Group Limited had a monster move. All right, it did have. It looks like a reverse split, maybe. But either way, that should be reflective in the chart. But this stock, it's down 67% in the last 1,000 candles, and the back test is a negative 88%. So yeah, this is one, unfortunately, that would be totally, completely off my radar. But
Tell
it
you,
might be awesome for you.
I'll tell you what, guys, smash the like button so we can get a little overtime action. I'll do one more here. We got an interesting one mention. Upstart, last mention here. Daniel joining in.
Daniel, if you
UEST.
haven't smashed like, you owe me, man, because I'm doing this for you. Wow, 500 36%, 536% on Upstart. This reminds me of one we just looked at a couple minutes ago, right? Where it's had a pretty ugly giant down move of 73%. Holy crap. Wow, can you believe that? It's down $250, down 73% in the last 52 days. This is my friend Mark's one. So I actually know Mark Minervini personally, and he was on my YouTube channel talking about this with me. That's really funny. Yeah, he just won US Investing Championship, by the way, for 2021. So he definitely knows what he's doing. But yeah, this one, if you follow this strategy, you would have kept 536% and missed out on the 73% down move. Awesome. Thank you very much, Daniel, for that. Hey, by the way, I would love, Mr. Mitch, if I got a second here to go to our final thoughts. But before we do, I would love it if you could go over to your YouTube search bar on your phone, on your computer real quick, type in the words 10-minute stock trader. You're going to see my smiling face looking right back at you. And I would love if you could please subscribe. We have over 10,000 of our friends and traders just like you. And I will be hosting a webinar this Friday on how to, let me find the right click here, the secret to spotting a bear market. And the best way to do that, the best way to register for this is by going to 10minutestocktrader.com, as I've had along me the whole way. But I would love it if you could at least show your support to the other Benzingers and come subscribe at 10-Minute Stock Trader on YouTube. All right, Mitch, let's go to our final thoughts for today. Oh, man. There we are. If the market decides you're wrong and hands you a loss, I want you to take that loss with aplomb. Now, that is actually a word. I had to Google it. It means to, I still have it here, good. Self-confidence or assurance, especially in a demanding situation, okay? Take the loss with self-confidence. Stay calm. Be nice to yourself. Remember that trading is like a game. This is something I say all the time. If you follow me at all, you'll know that I say all the time, trading is just like playing Mario. Once you know the rules, it gets really easy. It's nothing personal. It is just a game. And I want you guys to leave off with that for today is Wednesday. Leave off for that today. Think about, you know what? Sometimes the market works, sometimes it doesn't, but it is just a game. When you size your trades correctly, when you keep risk paramount on the top of your mind, it gets really easy. Thank you so much, Benzinga, for letting me come on, share my thoughts and expertise with everybody. I see a few of my 10-minute stock traders joined us. I am not in control of the chat today, unfortunately, but I appreciate it. If you guys haven't already, go over to your YouTube search bar, type in 10-minute stock trader. I will see you over there and hang out real quick because me and Mr. Mitch, we're going to do 30 more minutes here on the Benzinga channel. Thanks so much for letting me come on. I'll see you soon.
This is the How to Trade Stocks and Options podcast, brought to you by 10minutestocktrader.com, where we cover finance, stocks, options, entrepreneurship,